Newspapers. Print media is a very important source of information for many people. Every day you read newspapers. There are many people who have a routine of doing it first thing in the morning. Therefore, obviously, whatever information people get and whatever opinions they form have got by and large to do with what they read either in the newspapers or here on television screen. So like in the case of television channels, it's also true in the case of newspapers that their policy should be balanced. It should not be inclined towards any one particular point of view which is promoted in a way that it is a propaganda machinery for a certain school of thought or a certain political party or a certain way of thinking. The individual reading the newspaper has a right to be informed properly and has to have correct information in a manner that a balanced policy is followed by the owners of the newspaper. The information that is provided should be reliable, should be verifiable. If information is misleading, then the decision taken on the basis of that information would be wrong, would be problematic, can cause difficulties. People can have disputes with each other. So it's so very important that when a large segment of the society is getting its information from a certain source, that source should feel the responsibility to do it properly. It is quite understandable that there are institutions, there are arrangements made by the government, by the system, in the form of watchdogs, etc., who oversee the functioning of newspapers, television channels, etc. However, these watchdogs are not always effective and they cannot catch everything that is there in the newspapers or television channels. Therefore, the owners, the management, the editors should take the responsibility of making the presentation of news items as well as analysis and articles as within the limits of decency allowed by our society as could be managed. Within these newspapers and indeed in television channels, there is a space made available for advertisements. That's what enables most of these papers and channels to earn their revenues from. And therefore, it's important that on the one hand, this facility should be made available because that is what enables them to run their projects, their newspapers, their channels. On the other hand, whatever is shown in these advertisements, whatever information is provided, whatever claims are made, should again conform to the ethical standards of the society. Because a product, when it's sold out, has to be sold out on the basis of a claim which is correct. And the people who are enabling the advertisers to put across their messages and providing them with their own space, they should shoulder the responsibility, take initiative in ensuring that they're not allowing anything to appear on the pages of their newspaper or on the television channels which is unethical, which is wrong, which is misleading, which is threatening the lives or is obscene for the society. So advertisements as well as all other kinds of information which are made available to the public should be done in a manner that it is promoting harmony, and ethical standards and principles, and not promoting anything which is indecent and immoral.